They started with a little Botox, then came the fillers, the facelifts, the nose jobs. Before they knew it, they couldn't recognize themselves in the mirror. These Real Housewives went from natural beauties to plastic surgery addicts who lost their original faces. Here's how the transformations went too far. 11. Tamra Judge. Tamra Judge stunned fans in August 2024 when she shared an Instagram reel looking like Elphaba from Wicked. Her face was bright green and her head was completely bandaged. But this wasn't a Halloween costume. This was Tamra's latest round of plastic surgery. The RHOC star explained she visited Dr. Donald Moulds in Newport Beach for a brow lift, CO2 laser, and blue chemical peel. In her post, she wrote, 7 years ago, I had a lower facelift but skipped the upper, like painting the house but forgetting the trim. Think about that analogy. Tamra compared her face to a house that needs constant maintenance and touch-ups. That's exactly the problem with starting plastic surgery too young. Once you begin, you can never stop. The work needs refreshing, updating, and expanding. Tamra's first major procedure was a lower facelift in 2017 when she was 50 years old. At the time, she claimed it was just addressing her lower face and neck. But as aging continued, the untouched upper face created an imbalance. So 7 years later, she went back under the knife. The before and after photos from her 2024 procedures show dramatic changes. Her brows are significantly elevated. Her skin appears tighter and smoother. But fans questioned whether she still looked like herself. Comments flooded her Instagram asking if she'd gone too far. Beyond facelifts, Tamra has also been open about her breast implant journey. She's had 5 breast surgeries total over the years, augmentations, lifts, and explants. In 2021, at age 54, she removed her implants completely after experiencing symptoms of breast implant illness, including chronic fatigue, brain fog, and joint pain. After explant surgery, Tamra posted, "Implants and capsules removed, feeling tired and a little sore as expected. I woke up today with rosy cheeks, no sinus congestion, and happy thoughts." The health improvements were immediate and dramatic, showing that sometimes the best plastic surgery is reversing previous plastic surgery. But even after recognizing that implants caused health problems, Tamra couldn't resist continuing other procedures. The facelift cycle continues, and fans wonder when enough will be enough. 10. Vicki Gunvalson. Vicki Gunvalson, the OG of the OC, went from wholesome insurance agent to someone her own daughter didn't recognize. Her transformation represents one of the most dramatic in Housewives history, and not in a good way. Vicki's biggest mistake was trusting too many different doctors over too many years. She would go to one surgeon who recommended Juvederm, then another would suggest Restylane, a third would push Sculptra. Before long, her face was pumped full of multiple types of fillers in multiple areas, creating an unnatural, overfilled appearance. Oh, she described her face as looking like it had granulated sugar underneath the skin from all the different injection sites. She was puffy, swollen, and completely unrecognizable. When she saw her season 13 promo pictures, she didn't even recognize herself. Her own daughter Brianna looked at her and said, "What did you do to your face?" The most regrettable procedure was her chin implant and nose job combo that she scheduled just 2 weeks before filming season 8. Vicki thought the show would take a 2 or 3 month break, giving her plenty of healing time. Instead, cameras rolled almost immediately. She appeared on national television as a swollen moon face who couldn't move her mouth properly. The footage is forever on DVD. Vicki eventually went to Dr. Ambe, who told her she had way too many fillers for her long, thin face. He removed all of them and performed a lower facelift. The difference was dramatic. Vicki finally looked like herself again, just a refreshed version. She swore off fillers completely after that experience. "I'm never doing another filler, another anything," she told Entertainment Tonight. "I'm just leaving it alone." But the damage to her appearance during those overfilled years can't be erased. Photos from that era show someone completely different from the Vicki who started RHOC in 2006. 9. NeNe Leakes. NeNe Leakes has always been open about her plastic surgery, but her 2022 decision shocked fans. At age 54, NeNe got a Brazilian butt lift, one of the most dangerous cosmetic procedures available. In August 2022, she revealed on Instagram, "I did it! I got a professional BBL with Dr. Okoro. Follow my surgery journey with Dr. Okoro at Georgia Plastic. I'm almost ready to show off my new snatched look, but I want you to be snatched too." The BBL trend has led to numerous deaths because the fat transfer process carries significant risks, including fat embolism, which can be fatal. The recovery is brutal, requiring patients to avoid sitting directly on their buttocks for weeks. At 54, NeNe underwent this risky procedure for a look that trends suggest will eventually go out of style. But the BBL wasn't NeNe's first rodeo. She's been getting work done for years. She had her nose refined in 2010, creating a narrower, more sculpted look. 6 years later, she had a second rhinoplasty to make additional adjustments. The fact that she needed a revision shows that getting plastic surgery right isn't always a one-and-done situation. NeNe has also admitted to Botox, fillers, and various other tweaks over her years on RHOA. When Andy Cohen asked about her procedures on Watch What Happens Live, NeNe didn't hesitate. "I got my nose done first of all because I can, and I will get it done again if I want to." The problem is that each procedure builds on the last. The BBL changed her body proportions. The nose jobs changed her facial structure. The fillers changed her features. Looking at NeNe from 2008 compared to 2024, she's almost unrecognizable. The confident, naturally beautiful woman who started RHOA has been replaced by someone chasing youth and curves through increasingly risky procedures. 8. Kim Zolciak. Kim transformation from RHOA to Don't Be Tardy is so extreme that fans created side-by-side comparisons trying to figure out what exactly she's had done. The answer? Almost everything. Kim has been remarkably open about her procedures, listing them like menu items at a restaurant. Breast augmentation? Check. Nose job? Multiple. Tummy tuck? Done. Liposuction? Of course. Fillers, Botox, lip injections, cheek implants, chin work, the list goes on. On her reality show Don't Be Tardy, cameras documented Kim's various surgeries and recoveries. She normalized getting work done to the point where her teenage daughters began getting procedures too. The family's approach to plastic surgery became so casual that it raised concerns about body image messages being sent to young viewers. Kim's face has changed so dramatically over the years that before and after photos look like different people. Her lips are significantly fuller. Her nose is smaller and more refined. Her cheeks are higher and more prominent. Her jawline is more defined. Every feature has been altered, adjusted, and enhanced. In a November 2016 blog post, Kim admitted to a tummy tuck, breast lift, and breast augmentation. She wrote, "Obviously, I've had my boobs done. I also had a tummy tuck. Not because I had a lot of extra skin, but because after having 6 kids, my stomach muscles had separated." But Kim's most concerning transformation is how her face has become increasingly tight and frozen over time. Recent photos show someone who can barely move their facial muscles. The Botox and fillers have created an immobile, a mask-like appearance that many plastic surgeons warn against. At 51 in 2025, Kim continues getting work done despite facing foreclosure, financial problems, and a contentious divorce from Kroy Biermann. The priority remains looking young, even when she can't afford to keep her mansion. 7. Larsa Pippen. Larsa Pippen spent years denying plastic surgery rumors despite dramatic changes to her appearance. In January 2025, fans noticed her face looked significantly fuller and puffier in recent photos. The speculation about a BBL and other work intensified. Larsa's response? She claimed the temporary swelling was due to an allergic reaction to PRP, platelet-rich plasma therapy, not surgery. She emphasized that her transformation is natural and mostly temporary, but fans aren't buying it. Larsa has acknowledged getting a nose job, but she vehemently denies getting a BBL or butt implants. She attributes her dramatically enhanced figure to gaining weight and working out, and claims she would never get a BBL. Yet photos tell a different story. Her body proportions have changed drastically over the past few years, with a significantly larger backside that doesn't match her thin frame. At 50 in 2024, Larsa's face shows signs of extensive filler work. Her cheeks are abnormally full. Her lips are significantly plumper than in earlier photos. Her skin appears unnaturally smooth and tight. Despite her denials, cosmetic surgeons who analyze before and after photos suggest she's likely had cheek fillers, eye fillers, lip injections, and possibly a facelift. The most concerning aspect of Larsa's transformation is the trend toward looking like everyone else. Then her appearance now resembles the Kardashian aesthetic: tiny nose, huge lips, exaggerated curves. She's lost the unique features that made her recognizable and beautiful in the first place. 6. Sonja Morgan following 5 months of filming RHONY. Season 12, Sonja Morgan paid a visit to NYC plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Giacono for a $75,000 facelift and neck lift. Yes, you read that correctly. $75,000 for one procedure. The 56-year-old revealed the news on Daily Pop, explaining that Dr. Giacono's particular procedure is different because he goes under the muscle, which keeps the skin attached to the muscle so all the blood vessels are still attached and very vibrant and alive. Sonja documented her entire facelift journey on social media, posting bandage selfies and recovery updates. But she was surprisingly honest about the process, showing the bruising, swelling, and reality of what a facelift actually entails. But here's the thing about Sonja's plastic surgery history. The facelift wasn't her first rodeo. She's had multiple procedures over the years, including breast augmentations, vaginal rejuvenation, fillers, Botox, and various other tweaks. Each surgery promised to make her look younger and better. Each one required recovery time and massive expense. The question becomes, at what point does maintaining your appearance become more expensive and time-consuming than just aging naturally? Sonja spent $75,000 on one facelift. That money could have been invested, saved, or used to stabilize her finances after her bankruptcy. Instead, it went toward temporarily tightening skin that will eventually loosen again, requiring more work in the future. Looking at Sonja's transformation from season 3 to present day, the changes are obvious. Her face is tighter, smoother, and more lifted. But she also looks different, less like herself, and more like a general, wealthy woman of a certain age who's had work done. The unique features and natural beauty she had in earlier seasons have been replaced by the uniform appearance of expensive plastic surgery. 5. Brandi Glanville. Brandi Glanville's face has changed so dramatically and so frequently that fans created entire Reddit threads documenting the transformations. From 2011, when she joined RHOBH, to 2025, Brandi has gone through at least 5 distinctly different looks. Brandi has admitted to breast augmentation, vaginal rejuvenation, fillers, Botox, and liposuction. But fans believe she's had much more, including a facelift, brow lift, and nose job, though Brandi hasn't confirmed those procedures. The most concerning changes happened between 2022 and 2024. Brandi's face became increasingly swollen and distorted. In media appearances, she looked puffy and unnatural. Fans commented constantly, asking what happened to her face. Brandi blamed it on stress-induced angioedema, a condition where the face swells dramatically. She said the stress from the Caroline Manzo lawsuit and the Morocco scandal caused her face to swell so badly she couldn't talk or taste food. She posted photos showing dramatic facial swelling that she attributed to this medical condition. But even when the swelling went down, Brandi's face still looked drastically different from her RHOBH days. Her features appeared pulled, stretched, and overdone. The natural beauty she had during her modeling career was completely gone, replaced by an overfilled, over-Botoxed appearance that ages her rather than making her look younger. The tragedy is that Brandi was stunning before all the work. She was a professional model with natural beauty that didn't need enhancement. But the pressure to stay young and relevant in Hollywood led her down a path of excessive procedures that destroyed the very thing that made her beautiful in the first place. 4. Teresa Giudice. Teresa Giudice has always claimed she's only had minimal work done, just her breasts and the tip of her nose. But when you look at photos from season 1 of RHONJ compared to season 14, the differences are impossible to ignore. Teresa was open about wanting boobies in season 1, and cameras followed her getting her first breast augmentation. Over the years, she's had multiple breast surgeries, adjusting size and lift as needed. That part she owns. In 2021, Teresa revealed at the New Jersey Ultimate Women's Expo, "I don't know if anybody knows, but I did get the tip of my nose done, and I was so nervous about getting it." The procedure was supposedly subtle, just refining the tip. And to Teresa's credit, the nose job is barely noticeable, but Teresa's face has changed in other ways she doesn't discuss. Her forehead is perpetually smooth without a single wrinkle, suggesting heavy Botox use. Her cheeks appear fuller and higher than in earlier seasons, indicating possible filler. Her jawline is more defined. Her skin texture is different. These subtle procedures add up over time. Each small tweak changes your appearance slightly. After 14 seasons and multiple procedures, Teresa looks significantly different from the woman who flipped that table in season 1. She hasn't gone as extreme as some housewives, but she's definitely lost some of her original Italian beauty in pursuit of a more done look. The concerning part is Teresa's recent revelation that she's considering more work. After marrying Luis Ruelas, she's been more focused on her appearance than ever. At 53 in 2025, she faces pressure to compete with younger cast members and maintain her position as the face of RHONJ. That pressure often leads to more procedures, creating a cycle that's hard to break. 3. Kyle Richards. Kyle Richards had a nose job back in 2006, long before joining RHOBH. She's always been open about that rhinoplasty, explaining that she wanted to refine her nose before starting her reality TV career. But Kyle's transformation goes far beyond that early nose job. Over 14 seasons of RHOBH, her face and body have changed significantly. In addition to the rhinoplasty, Kyle has undergone liposuction, admitting, "After having 4 kids, no matter what exercise I did, the love handles wouldn't go away. I'm very happy with the results." Kyle also gets regular Botox, fillers, laser treatments, and various other procedures to maintain her appearance. Her forehead never moves. Her skin is impossibly smooth. Her face has that signature Beverly Hills look, where everything is just a little too perfect, a little too tight, a little too done. The most dramatic change came after Kyle's separation from Mauricio Umansky. Suddenly, at 55, she was dating country singer Morgan Wade and undergoing a major physical transformation. She got significantly thinner. Her style changed completely. Her face looked different in subtle ways that suggested more tweaks and adjustments. Comparing Kyle from season 1 to season 14 shows someone who's maintained her beauty, but lost some of her natural charm. The approachable, relatable woman who started RHOBH has been replaced by someone who looks like she lives in Beverly Hills and has the resources to constantly maintain her appearance. 2. Lisa Rinna. Lisa Rinna's lips are probably the most famous plastic surgery disaster in Housewives history. The story has been told many times, but it bears repeating because it's a cautionary tale about permanent procedures. In the late 1980s, Lisa had silicone injected directly into her lips. This was before silicone injections were banned for cosmetic use. At first, she loved the results. Her lips looked full and plump, giving her a signature pout that became part of her brand. But silicone is not meant to be injected into lips. Over time, the silicone started migrating throughout her mouth. It created hard, bumpy scar tissue that left her lips looking misshapen and unnatural. The texture was wrong. Her smile looked distorted. She couldn't fix it because the silicone had seeped into surrounding tissue. By 2010, Lisa underwent reconstructive surgery to remove as much leftover silicone as possible. The procedure was delicate and risky. She told People magazine there was a huge difference after surgery and that you could actually see her teeth when she smiled now, which you couldn't do for a while. But even after the removal surgery, Lisa's lips never returned to their original appearance. She's had to continue getting work done to try to create a normal-looking mouth. Each procedure is an attempt to correct the damage from that original silicone injection 30-plus years ago. Lisa's lip disaster taught her, and hopefully others, a valuable lesson about permanent procedures. The problem with anything permanent is that you're stuck with it even when trends change or complications develop. What seemed like a great idea in the 1980s became a nightmare that took decades to partially fix. 1. Dorit Kemsley has undergone one of the most dramatic transformations in recent RHOBH history, and it sparked speculation that plastic surgery played a role in her marital problems with PK. In 2025, during season 14 of RHOBH, Dorit looked noticeably different. Her face appeared significantly altered, tighter, smoother, more lifted. Her lips were fuller. Her cheeks were higher. Her entire facial structure seemed changed. Fans immediately questioned what procedures she'd had done. Dorit has never fully disclosed her plastic surgery history, but the visual evidence suggests extensive work. Cosmetic surgeons analyzing her before and after photos speculate she's likely had a facelift, brow lift, nose job, lip fillers, cheek fillers, Botox, and possibly chin and jaw contouring. What makes Dorit's transformation particularly notable is the timing. As her marriage to PK deteriorated throughout season 14, her appearance changed dramatically. She got thinner. Her face looked different. Her style evolved. It appeared she was preparing for a new chapter as a single woman. The concerning aspect is that Dorit's new face doesn't necessarily look better than her original face. It just looks different. And expensive. The procedures have created the Beverly Hills aesthetic where everyone kind of looks the same. Ultra smooth skin, high cheekbones, plump lips, tight jawline. Dorit represents the current trend in plastic surgery excess, the pursuit of a specific look, rather than enhancing your natural features. She's lost what made her unique in favor of a homogenized appearance that could belong to any wealthy woman in Los Angeles with access to top surgeons.